Be sure to check out RCT3, winner of the RCT3 Tosso Quiz of 2015, and enter the Toxic competition for 2016. Hello, and welcome to episode 15 of Let's Build the Ultimate Theme Park 2016. And yes, this episode is nothing but supports. And oh my goodness, this actually was shorter than it felt. It felt like it was longer than only the 100 minutes I was recording. I suppose it's not quite as long as I spent building the supports in Focro, which took me 2 3-hour shifts. But yeah, we've been doing these supports. This is the second episode of supports now, and I've only just completely finished the lift hill. So pretty much, this episode was pretty much consisted of doing the rest of the main supports and then doing all the wide supports of this lift hill, plus a little bit on the rest of the coaster. But after this, things should move much quicker because this is by far and away the largest bit. It usually goes much quicker once I've done the lift hill. So, why haven't I been uploading? Well, the short story is exams. Yeah. I do actually care about them. So I did just basically not upload for the last 3 days. But fortunately I now have an afternoon free. It is the weekend. And in fact, I've actually been in a bit of a rush to get this done. Because it is the qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix in half an hour. So I need to get this done quick and get my ass downstairs so I can actually watch it. So, but anyway, so here I'm just using the usual method that is tried and tested. I've done a million times. Actually, yeah, footers. I had a bit of a problem in this episode when I started breaking out my pre-made wooden supports. I didn't realise, and oh yeah, this is a big problem with using the custom ones, rather ones like the pre-made structures. Then I had a big problem. I realised they had white footers. I'd done the footers in white. Idiots. I've been doing the footers in black on this so far. Idiots. Okay, well, yeah. So I was thinking, oh great, this is not ideal. So yeah. On the straight parts, I'm using just my standard wide supports. On diagonals, unfortunately, this actually I didn't have. I did lop off this highway, actually, just to make it all fit. Now, I am doing straight flush diagonal rather than the kind of zigzag thing I sometimes do, which you probably saw on Faker in most places. But I think the straight diagonal thing actually looks quite good in this case. It's a hard one to pull off. I think it can look good, but it can also look really stupid. Then again, it's pretty much a personal decision. It doesn't make a huge difference. But yeah, it's not still. But anyway, so this is how I did the diagonal supports on Faker and also my wooden coaster in the Medio Ignis. When was that? 3 years ago? 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Yeah, because there was Medio Ignis, Volkendar. So yeah, now you may think this is the same track. It's not. I didn't actually put together this playlist. It's a remix. But yeah. So here is just do more diagonal support. So you see, I sort of do a kind of. I still actually don't do full diagonals. There's sort of squashed straight supports. I think it looks quite good actually, but it does mean it takes up less space, which is very convenient, especially if you're trying to build, I don't know, say a theme park. But also it's quite good if you're trying to do like a compact coaster, like which Fate Crow was, because I wanted that one to be really close and compact and looping all over itself, which I think I certainly lived up to. This one, somewhat the same. It's a similar kind of idea in terms of the pacing thing I had going on. So yeah, at this point I started to realise, oh crap. Actually, this segment, like doing the wide supports on this side was so annoying. Basically, it was trying to do the supports inside the corner going around it. Like, I know I am slightly ripping off Silverette and also myself again. But yeah, this section was so annoying. Actually, that reminds me, on the subject of music actually, if anyone who follows me on Skype, then you may have seen me making posts about hinting at a remix I've been working on. I'm not going to say anything, but it's actually a pretty flipping good remix. I may well use it in this year's theme park, like the final montage for this series. Let me know if you want me to if you want to hear some of my own music again, like I did last year. Although I admitted, well actually no, you're going to anyway, because you're using my own remaster of the Fallout 4 theme. But yeah, I've been working on an actual remix. Now, I'm not the greatest at composing in the world, but this is it's just me messing around. I've been playing with some software lately. But I've actually got a really good electronic remix of a track. I don't want to say what it is, because I don't want to put any of the tracks I'm going to use in the final montage in the commentary. That's my problem. But also I want to keep you guys guessing. Well, actually no. Okay, with the exception of the Fallout 4 theme, but I kind of had to do that. I mean, it was contextually appropriate in the big reveal, also known as Episode 1. Now, it was this that was really irritating, because getting the camera position so I could actually see what I was doing was super annoying. I had to go super close up and really work my eyes a lot harder than I should have had to have done. Yeah, this is one of the challenges of doing wooden supports. They can be incredibly irritating when you have to do every single individual beam. That's pretty much the reason I built the gigantic pre-built structures, just to save myself time. So yeah, here again the wide supports on this are a bit awkward because obviously it's not a standard terrain height. If I'd done it one low, it probably would have been fine. I could use the pre-built structures. Oh, so here another example of how this thing just molds around the terrain. So yeah, my OCD is slightly angry that I'm not doing that. Now, I spent a bit of time thinking here, shall I do the wide supports on this side? I was like, yes, I probably should, given it's me. My OCD will not thank me. At that point, I had to go and do something, I don't quite remember what it was. I had to pause the recording halfway through. But yeah, so at this stage, I had to do the rest of them by hand, because obviously there's the actual support sloping down the hill. So my structures are obviously built for flat terrain, because that's normally what normal people build wooden roller coasters on, but I seem to have gone nuts with this one. Whatever, I think it's cool. But yeah, so here I was just doing more wide supports, and yeah, just pretty much it's the usual. With wide supports, it's a similar thing actually, except you sort of build a bit low and then you lop off the top with the 8H slants in Big Burger's Wooden Timber. That's pretty much how I do my wide supports every time. But if you're going to be doing large wooden coasters, then I would seriously suggest making a ton of sort of one square pre-made wide supports. I do them a bunch of different heights and make 3 varieties of each one. One to go like a middle, one to with the one side lopped off and a third of the other side lopped off. So in my custom structures folder, I have within there a whole bunch of structures. So they're noted by height and then type. So there's 0, 0, 0, 8, 16, 24, 40. They go all the way up to 88, I think. But that was when I was building the super massive wooden coaster. I very rarely use the 80 ones. And then each one of those is an A, a B, a C, and a C variety. So the A are the ones with the verticals on both sides. B's are verticals only on the left, and C's on the, you probably guessed it, now on the right. Unfortunately, they're obviously built for standard heights, whereas this is not quite a standard height. So yeah, this is where things were getting a little bit tricky. So again, it was a bit weird because building 3 H's instead of 4s. It was a bit of a weird situation in terms of building supports, because I've never really done it like this before. Normally my wooden coasters are just on flat ground, I can just happily place the structures wherever I like. But with this I actually had to think. I guess it's a nice challenge, makes things a bit more interesting. So, yeah, you've pretty much seen this all before. Whew. Yeah, now I decided I got together the footers again. I don't like footers. So now I did check my recording time before, and I thought, actually, yeah, let's just do the stand supports on this hill. Now this hill will have wide supports, obviously. It's big enough to justify that. But yeah. So yeah, I was just building it up. I decided to just do all the straight bits for now and just get going on the corners next episode. I reckon I might take maybe 2 or 3 more episodes. I don't remember how many it took when I did the wooden coaster in Media Ignis. It might have been, I'm tempted to say 4 episodes of supports. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that, but I don't quite remember how many episodes it was. It was enough to take a long time. But obviously that was on my old machine. On this one, this thing prints out the years much faster. Assuming that Vegas doesn't cock up and crash every time it renders the video for the first time. But anyway, so we're coming up to the end of this video. It was pretty much just the usual from here on in. Redoing the diagonals and just stuff. Again, it looks a bit warped whenever it's coming over the edge of the freeway, whatever. But anyway, so we're coming up to the end of this recording. At this stage, I was just doing diagonals and thinking, right, let's just do this and get this done so I can then commentate and go downstairs and watch the F1. Because the Formula 1 is now in 20 minutes, and I actually have to really get going. So anyway, I'm going to end it here, as I just do this last round of footers. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and I will see you all next time. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe... yeah, we'll see. Tomorrow or Monday. But anyway, goodbye for now.